What's up, guys? My name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
And this is The Commodity. And today we are reacting to Australia versus Indonesia military power comparison. This is not a competition.
I mean, take it how you want.
Yeah.
You're not going to listen to us.
Yeah. But this is not, again, this is just a comparison. This is for our knowledge. We just want to learn.
I've been watching a lot of these videos, because a lot of the American stuff. Mm-hmm. Like they did one that was like, what if America versus the world? Would they be able to do it? And oddly enough, they were like, yeah, it's possible. I was like, what? Like, it's like, don't get me wrong. I love being like, the homer. This is my country. I'm proud of it. But to think that we can take on the entire world.
Yeah.
But then I've watched, like, if Britain and the U.S. went back to war against each other, we would literally just like on them. And then there was America versus North Korea. Now that was the best one. And yes, just like squash.
But we're not the kind of people that think like, oh, our country is the best, because
it is.
There's a lot of great countries.
There's a lot of great countries out there.
So,
we have our flaws, just like your country has your flaws.
Right.
No matter where you're watching from.
I'm ready to hop in if you're ready.
I am ready. I'm glad you asked. Thanks for asking.
Let's check this out.
Let's jump into this. Let me put my headphones on.
Disclaimer. This video is educative, not to inspire a conflict. This video, including examples, images, and references, are provided for informational purposes only.
What we said.
Facts.
And go subscribe to this channel.
Yeah. Today we're going to compare the military power between whatever that said.
Global rank.
19 to 16. So
wow, okay. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie. I figured that Australia would have been higher, just I guess because they've been independent longer more than anything. And I was thinking size. Mm-hmm. But then again, I've learned recently that Indonesia is quite freaking large.
Huge. But
so is Australia. Australia is a freaking continent on its own. But I know the population's fairly low.
Yeah. Prime Minister and a president.
Doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't change it.
Nope. Square land area. So much larger Australia.
Way larger. Like, and it's land area, not including water. That's the thing about Indonesia.
Almost 4 times as much.
If you were to literally squish all the land together, it's much smaller. It's like tiny. So that's something to know. So there's only 1.9 million kilometers, which is oddly not that big.
Capital, Jakarta.
Canberra.
I
never knew that, honestly.
I didn't know that either. They gave such a beautiful picture of Jakarta, though, and just this like
I think that's beautiful too, all honesty. But I'll be honest, I always thought it was like Sydney or something like that. I've never even heard of a Canberra.
I haven't either. Population. Wow.
This is where the opportunity is. So you literally have 25.5 million people versus 273.5 million.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the population of some states here in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a different picture.
GDP, 1.32 trillion.
Okay, so financial opportunity. You know what's crazy? Look at it this way. We spend $750 billion in our military in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
That's like literally, and I'm not saying that's a good thing. Actually, I think it's a horrible thing. I like being part of this country. I think our military is amazing. It's a huge thing to be able to help our neighboring countries and our allies, but we put way too much money in our military, and it covers almost an entire GDP of an entire country.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Defense budget.
Whoa.
So that's a huge difference.
How in the world is Australia behind Indonesia ranking
that
wise.
big of a budget.
Yeah, that big of a budget difference more than anything. It's just population. Now, I wonder if they're required to be in the military, where Indonesia, I believe they said that they are required.
Yeah,
So
until they're
that
like
might
21
be-
or something. For
yeah.
3 years.
So you got population difference is
Yeah.
the huge factor.
Nuclear weapons, 0 probably. Nuclear power
Australia's-
is banned by federal law.
That they know of.
Armed forces, Australian Army, Indonesian Army. Total military.
92,500. See, this is where I think
Yeah.
it comes into play. I don't think they're required to join the military. Their military would be so much bigger-ish. It's still a very small country, but 92,500 is extremely small.
Yeah,
Like not even having 100,000 people.
yeah. Women active personnel.
There's your reason. That is why Indonesia is so much more powerful. They have their women in control.
Yeah, the women run the world.
Yep.
Active personnel, 60,000. Wow.
So I think it comes down to sheer, and I think the only reason that Australia can compete is sheer training.
Yeah. Personal reserve, or reserve personnel, 20,000, 400,000.
Yeah. We have 800,000 in our
Yeah.
country reserve.
Combat tanks, 59, 332 tanks.
So real quick, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Like I was telling you, I watched those videos. One of the videos that I watched was comparing the U.S. again. I believe it was to North America or North America to North Korea, where North Korea actually outranked us in quantity of tanks,
Mm-hmm.
but their tanks were very old.
Yeah.
So even if they're outranked, it's all about technology, not necessarily numbers.
Right.
So
3,000, 1,000.
that's crazy. They almost have one
Yeah.
vehicle per person.
Armored carriers, 531, 855. That's not a drastic difference.
Yeah.
Armored cars, 1,000 on order. So they don't have that
So they're-
as of yet.
Look, and
Or
so
at least as of
and if
this
it's
video.
on order, that's not. Isn't that car that we watched
No.
a video of? I was gonna say that's not even a car that's in production. I think, and this is just me speculating. I think that the vehicles that are used in the Australian Army, because of budget, they're probably more up to date.
Yeah, possibly.
And you only got 361 for that big of a military.
Mine protected vehicles, 36, 115.
Different types of wars that they're.
Light utility vehicles, those look dope.
Yeah, they don't look
5,000,
light.
2,000. Yeah, they don't look light. Total artillery, 54, 519. That is a drastic difference.
Yeah.
Self-propelled artillery, 0, 553.
That's 153.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Field artillery, 54, 366.
Wait, what is that? Okay, so they have
2 on
two in
order,
order,
6 planned. So they don't have any yet.
They have, yeah, I guess not. But one
As
thing
of
that
this video.
okay, this is another area where the U.S. was like behind on with North Korea, whereas they had a lot more, but it was about the type of rocket that was used, the type of technology that was used in it. They were like the rockets that are used in the U.S. vehicles, which I'm guessing they're probably purchasing from the U.S. or something like that, is the rockets are individually able to go to a specific target.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas some of the older vehicles will literally just launch a bunch of rockets into a general area.
Right.
So it's kind of like, what poison do you pick? Do you want 63 of the ones that just shoot in the area, or do you want a handful Why the heck did they put a 0 before the number? That's driving me nuts. The handful that will literally be rockets that are specifically targeted.
Well,
now, I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that Indonesia doesn't have that. I'm just saying I'm assuming that it's because of the budget, because those rockets individually cost dramatic amount of difference. So, just sheer budget, and you got to feed those military guys. You got to. Your budget can only stretch so far.
Right.
That's why I'm saying that.
Air Force.
The Chair Force.
Indonesian Air Force.
Air Force Royal.
Total aircraft, that's not a big difference at all.
Again, it's all about what aircraft they're using.
Right.
Because if you're flying in, like in the U.S., we have F-16s, but if you're flying the F-22 Raptor or the F-22 Lightning, F-35 Lightning, sorry, the F-35 Lightning is a what do they call it? Like level 5 or something like that. Generation 5 aircraft. You could literally put that up against like 10 different jets.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It's all about type.
Combat aircraft. 82-41.
That's a huge difference. If you control the skies.
Aircraft 19-39.
Okay, that changes things.
Multi-role aircrafts 97-41. Jets are so cool. Special mission aircraft 31-41.
So that I believe is the. I think that's the F-35 that I was talking about, because the 41 on order, those things are so insanely expensive and stuff. So if these are the guys you want, because they literally can see miles. They can. So when you have a jet like this one, you have a certain distance that you can see, then you have a certain distance that your plane can see. And so if I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not military. I just watch a lot of videos about this stuff. I read about it. I'm really intrigued in it. Some of these jets can literally see miles. And I believe that this jet right here literally has the same cross section on a radar as a Bumblebee.
Really?
Yeah. So who's going to be seen first?
Right.
That's the thing you got to worry about.
Those are the
I believe these are the. I don't know what these are, honestly.
I think they carry cargo.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they're cargo jets.
Well, for them, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Electronic warfare. 11 plus 4 on order and 0.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal nowadays.
Yeah. Trainers. 174. 109.
I don't know what the necessity is for those.
Probably to learn.
Yeah, but
Learn how to fly.
I bet you
Helicopters. 133. 117.
that's again. It just depends on the type of technology that you're using more than anything.
Attack helicopter. 16, 22.
And I think that's not a black.
Well, and these are.
And I think these are just pictures.
Generic stock pictures, because they said 0 on the last thing with what I thought was a cargo plane, and they didn't even have one. So it wasn't like that was theirs.
And I don't know any other country in the world that has a B-2 bomber, which is what this is on the right side. Yeah. So I don't think anybody has that besides us. And I think there's only 2 in the entire world.
Yeah. 0 strategic.
Yeah.
0 strategic.
That's actually my favorite jet. It's so cool.
UAV.
This
UAV ahead.
That's the difference in warfare is non-manned.
Transport aircraft. 50, 54.
Again, we're just splitting hairs there.
Tanker.
Be like, I'm on the wrong part of the world. Sorry.
Total Navy assets, 48. And they need a big Navy.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause they've
Here's
got
what's
a lot of
crazy.
water.
So, again, I'm not trying to boast my country. I do love my country. But here's what's crazy. Did you know that we have literally the most Navy assets than the rest of the world combined.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So you could literally take every country, add it all together, and we still have more.
Wouldn't that be part of the pointlessness of how much we spend?
So there is a little bit difference to that. So I actually kind of agree on this. So in fact, I watch a guy. He's really good. He's a former Royal Marine, and he explains that we don't have to have this huge military because we have such a good relationship with the United States that they have our backs. The thing is, if you are basically in NATO, or if you're an ally or something like that, we are here. We are a helping country. Yes,
so
we do
all
a lot.
of this stuff isn't necessarily just for us. It's
to
help
it's to
others
help
as well.
a lot of people. Yeah,
Gotcha.
like we've World War II. Of course, we weren't not the strongest country in World War II. I believe England was still, England, Great Britain in general was stronger than us at that time. But since then we've grown. But the whole point is we help in conflict for our allies.
Yeah.
Because we have the opportunity to.
Yeah.
So that's why. And the thing is, we're able to patrol multiple locations at the same time. And there are two major things. If you can control the sky and if you can control the water, it's
then you're covered.
It is an insane blow to a country.
Yeah. 0-0. I would imagine Indonesia would have at least had one. Destroyers.
Wow. I'm guessing submarines. Wait.
What, the destroyer?
No, what that they have like a lot of is submarines.
Yeah. Corvettes.
That's not a Corvette.
24. Somebody let us know in the comments what a Corvette is.
I'm guessing. Let us know down in the comments, but I'm guessing it's basically a light boat to kind of. It's got like light machinery, but it's not necessarily meant. It's meant to travel fast,
Because they
but
look
not
pretty
heavy duty.
armored.
Well, I mean, that one looks very armored. That one looks like it's
A
Coast
yacht.
Guard just there to like, hey, can you get out of the deep end? Come
Yeah.
on, get out.
Well, they didn't have one anyway, to be fair.
Yeah. Frigates.
Those look armored.
Yeah. That looks dope.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Looks like a cruise liner.
Submarines.
I think this is
6.
going to be a big one.
Oh,
no.
wow.
I was wrong. Well, unfortunately, now it's 4.
Patrol vessels. 170.
There's your...
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because they're patrolling literally all that water.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think they're going into other countries to... or other parts of the world to try to, protect or cause conflict or anything like that. I'm sure they're there if they're needed.
Right.
But just like what happened in Black Hawk Down with the Malaysians.
Right.
They're there if you need them. But their main goal is to protect what is theirs.
Mm-hmm. Mine warfares. 6, 10.
I have a hatred for mine warfare.
Why?
So when they put down mines from World War II, there are still mines from World War II. And literally, if you're just going on cruises are mapped out.
Right.
But if you had your own boat and you're going these places, you could literally hit one of those mines.
Yeah.
Ideally, a lot of them are much lower, but it's polluting the water. They don't know where they lay the mines. They just drop the mines, in general areas. Like, they know where the areas are, but they didn't go back. They didn't go back after Japan. Japan put tons of mines down because again, they're an island.
Yeah.
So they're just like dropping mines everywhere. So.
Yeah. Merchant Marine.
That's
This
a
is
lot.
Cargo.
Ports and terminals. This is gonna be huge. Oh, what?
Wow.
Well, I guess they're like heavy in one area.
Oil production. It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Airports. 418. That's a lot of airports. I wouldn't think even with them being
But
big.
I think they're small. Like, what do we call them here?
And obviously the labor force is going to be more with
Population.
more
Yeah.
people. Roadway coverage. And with them having mostly water, that makes sense.
I'm curious. So did y'all make so our highway system was actually designed during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So if planes had to land just anywhere, they could just land on a highway.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole concept behind a highway. That and fields are used as well, but you can't just use any field. But I wonder if that's some of the reason that they built their roads. But then again, they may have just built it for. I don't know if Australia's ever been at war.
I don't know.
I know Indonesia has because I watched a video about it.
Yeah. Railway coverage.
They've got to have a ton. Yeah. I was going to say, this is not going to be fair.
Border coverage.
Not fair. What? So there is something behind that. So because of Indonesia being so close to other countries, that they do need border coverage, where the U.S. So the U.S. does have border coverage, obviously, but they don't have to work. One of the main reasons that we've done so well with conflict from other countries is it takes so much effort. Again, if you're on the water and if you're on the air, it would be so much effort to even get to the coastline of the U.S. And then once they get there, they would have to fight the U.S.
Yeah.
So you're already depleted with things, and then you're having to fight the biggest military in the world. It wouldn't work out. And they don't have to. They got the same situation as the U.S. Not necessarily with the military.
Coverage.
That's crazy.
They've got a lot of coastline.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Waterway coverage.
Ah, wow.
That's a huge difference.
That's a huge difference.
You're welcome for watching. Thank you,
Did
guys.
we watch the Indonesia versus Malaysia?
I think we did.
Yeah. That was really cool.
That was very informative.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome. Please don't hate me. I'm just guessing here. I don't know anything. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
He agrees. I watch a lot of videos. I read a lot about military stuff. I never served. I signed up, but I never served.
And I don't watch anything unless it's for you guys on camera. So
I watch a lot. Like, I'm a heavy user.
I watch a wall all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was super informative. I learned a lot that I didn't know. So
yeah. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this video and you don't cancel me, please subscribe if you enjoyed it and give us the thumbs up. And with that being said,
my name's Miles.
And my name is Fez.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Peace
Out.